Welcome to the Good Parent, Bad Parent podcast by Kenneth and Kenneth. I'm your host, Kenneth.
And I'm your host, Kenneth.
Today's topic is parenting from jail. What do you think about that topic, Kenny?
Parenting from jail. Good thing my experience with that didn't happen because I didn't have no kids yet.
Bro, I'm not messing with you, bro.
I don't know
I'm
nothing
not
about
mess-
it, bro. I don't know
I'm not
nothing about
messing
it.
with you, bro. Look, right? This topic is about, there's a lot of people that are incarcerated from all groups, all walks of life that have children. So the question is, can you effectively parent while in jail? I mean, that's a pretty hard question. I did ask Google, and just for some basic information, it says yes, a person can effectively parent from jail by prioritizing consistent, honest communications with letters, calls, videos, actively participating in co-parenting decisions with the custodial parent, utilizing available parenting programs and focusing on the child's emotional needs through systematic limitations make it challenging and require immense effort to maintain a strong, positive bond.
Yeah.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah. And you know what?
Mhm.
I didn't get a chance to answer, but yes, yeah, you can parent from jail. Because just because you're in jail doesn't mean you can't provide the same type of compassion as a parent to your child, right?
Well, I mean, there's different levels to it, okay? Because sure, anyone can pick up a phone and call, but there are people that are in jail that are providing, that
Right.
are paying bills, that are buying gifts and, and doing all these, these other things that most people could not accomplish even on the outside free.
Physically.
So, right. Yeah. So, in jail, it adds an extra layer of complexity as far as like, oh, I want to buy my kid a new iPhone. Yeah, it makes it a little complex, but there are people that are able to do that. Now, here's
Right.
some of the points that I found on Google: strategies for effective incarcerated parenting. Number one is communicate consistently. Regular letters, phone calls, and video visits, if available, are vital for maintaining connection.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not? To me, you can still build a very strong bond with your kids in that manner.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with that. It says be honest and age appropriate. Explain incarceration in simple, truthful terms, focusing on individuality and reinforcing the child is not defined by the parent's actions, suggests the Prison Journalism Project. So I guess they're saying explain to the kid why you're actually there, in a way that isn't going to scare them, right?
So they understand.
Exactly. So the next one is prioritize the child's needs. Listen more than talk during interactions. Make the child feel supported and heard. Notes Oklahoma State University Extension. So people are doing studies on this. So listen to the child and allow them to be heard. What are your thoughts?
I know how easy it could be to get caught up trying to explain, right? You're talking to your child and you're just talking and talking, trying to explain your situation and why everything's happening. But I agree with that. Probably should listen more than talk.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that. Collaborate with the co-parent. Work with the custodial parent to stay involved in decisions about school, health, and activities, and share schoolwork, drawings, and photos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, Dad, this is you. One of those pictures. We all got that. We're like, yeah, okay, thanks. Okay, the next one says focus on reentry preparation. Using parenting programs offered in correctional facilities to build skill when reunited. So I guess that's making preparations that when you get out, you'll have some kind of skills and can really provide and do things with your family and for your family.
Now, we didn't specify though, like how long. Does it matter? Does it matter like whether you're doing a life sentence or you're just doing something temporary bit? Like, does it matter the length of time?
No, because anytime that's away from your child destroys the child and the person, not destroy them completely, but I've seen grown men that were away from their kids for a year and they broke down and cried like a baby because they didn't even want to spend a single day away from their children or their family. So, I don't think time, I mean, sure, of course, a shorter time is better than a longer time, but, it still hurts equally when it's a short time.
I would be interested to I hope, get some calls in, man, so I can hear some stories, some people actually experienced it or been through it.
Exactly. Yeah. If anyone has any stories or any information that can maybe bring hope to someone, go to usingmyvoice.com where there's instructions on how your video can be shared on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, manage expectations. Acknowledge the limitations of jail and prison, understanding that contact will be less frequent and can be stressful. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
That's very true.
Listen, anytime that I've ever went to visit someone in jail, they treat you like a prisoner. All right, you gotta take your shoes off. I mean, it's a whole thing. You get treated like a prisoner going to visit someone that's in prison, and it's not a comfortable thing. Which is why I'm like, listen, everyone, all my family and friends, don't get locked up because I don't want to go
Yeah.
there. All right.
No.
Okay, challenges. Systemic barriers. Jails and prisons inherently limit the frequency and quality of parent-child contact. So the contact isn't so good because, of course, as a guard standing there, "Whoop, back up. Whoop, what are you
Right.
doing? What's that?"
Right.
All of that. Right?
Can't give them a good hug.
Nah, there's a lot that you can't do because there's all these rules and crowded room, crowded visiting room. And yeah, it's a whole thing. Emotional impact on children. Children face significant stress, potential stigma, and mental health challenges by having a parent that's incarcerated.
That's why what you were saying before, the relationship between both parents is really important if that happens.
Very important because, kids are mean, right? Like in school, oh, your mom's in jail or oh, your dad's in jail. And, it's like, oh, man, it can be a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, a strong parent child bond supported by external resources and diligent effort is the key to overcoming these hurdles. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, what mental effect can it have on a child that has a parent that's incarcerated? So we kind of covered some of that, but digging a little deeper, it says a parent's incarceration significantly impacts a child's mental health, leading to higher risk of depression, anxiety, PTSD, behavioral issues like aggression, often stemming from trauma, stress, stigma, and instability, which can manifest as sadness, guilt, fear, and difficulty concentrating with long term effects, including increased likelihood of mental health diagnosis in adulthood.
Or
Wow.
something as simple as just repeating behavior and you end up in the same place.
Yeah, you know what? That is true because I've seen people that they had a parent or someone in jail and they ended up in jail too. And it's like, wait a minute, you saw that they were in jail and you didn't like them in jail. Now you're in jail. It's kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
what happened here? There's a channel that I watch called Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. Jay Williams is a guy who spent a pretty good amount of time in jail. He now has a channel called Jay Williams, Let's Live Life, and he talks about prison stories and stuff. And he makes it very descriptive, so that you can understand what it's like to try to deter people from going to jail. So he uses his past and his history to let people know that this is not the thing to do. And when he came out of jail, he's a very successful guy. He has his own business. He's doing everything, got a great family, and he's a great father on top of it. And he was talking about his family and how he was able to supply for his family while he was incarcerated. He was still able to be engaged and took care of his family. And he has a great success story. So
I just
anyone
looked
out
him up.
there,
It looks really, really interesting. Yeah.
yeah, anyone out there, go and check out Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. That's a great channel. Okay. Now, my personal thoughts on this, and while I'm giving my personal thoughts, think about yours, Kenny.
Okay.
I think prisons need to have more progressive ways for parents and children to bond, like playgrounds. I think it would be great if prisons had playgrounds. Now, I'm not sure if they do because, thank God I haven't been, but I would imagine that most prisons probably don't have playgrounds where parents can play with their little children, but I think that would be cool.
Playgrounds.
Right.
I'm over here thinking, I'm like, man, they got gyms in there, basketball courts. So what you talking about? What they need a playground for? You meant for the kids.
Right, yeah. For the kid
Yeah.
only, okay? Game rooms, like if they were able to play video games with their kids, since lots of kids like games, like if they had a
Uh,
PS5 in jail or something. But I'm sure that people out there be like, that's not what jail is for. It's for a punishment. I mean, yeah, but you're not trying to punish the kids. So if they had a game room that was only
that's
available
good.
for visits, that would be great and would help the kids to bond with their parents.
Or I got one, maybe like
Mhm.
a library where they can go do homework and read some books with the kids, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, anything would help because, of course, the kid is completely innocent, and even though someone did something wrong, it doesn't mean, to punish them and keep them from their kids. Now, I'm not talking about people who are out there doing, crazy things, hurting innocent people, and that because, of course, you have to pay the price for doing wrong.
Right.
But if there's a way that you see that someone is being rehabilitated, um, try to help them bond with their family if possible. I mean, I don't know anything. I'm not an expert, but just my thoughts on it. How
Yeah,
about you,
nothing wrong
Ken?
with that. I agree with
Exactly.
all that.
So in closing, anyone watching, if you feel as though nobody cares about you, what's up, Kenny?
We care right here on the Good Parent, Bad Parent podcast.
By Kenneth and Kenneth. That's right. And if you want to share anything with us, any videos or any stories, just go to usingmyvoice.com, or you can click the links below in the description that will take you to usingmyvoice.com, where there's instructions on how you can have your video featured on our show. So watch our other videos, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching the Good Parent, Bad Parent podcast by Kenneth and Kenneth. Click the link below for instructions on how to share your story on our show. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.